Frights. I'm your co-host Josh, along with
I
oh,
was muted.
you
Mika
were
G.
Mika G. And tonight we are thrilled to welcome in director Mario Cerrito to the show. Mario was born in South Philadelphia, raised in Audubon, New Jersey, and has carved a name for himself in the indie horror world. Since launching his career around 2013 with Deadly Gamble, then The Listing, Mario has earned multiple awards, including Best Feature at Horror News Network Film Festival in 2019. But he truly made his mark with the Human Hibachi franchise. He wrote, produced, directed, even shot the first film entirely on an iPhone in 2018 2019. It was initially deemed too extreme for major platforms. The film independently gained traction, won Best Feature at New Jersey Horror Con and Film Festival in 2021, was ultimately picked up for distribution by Troma Entertainment. It went out globally on VOD, DVD, and has found itself some cult status. Mario then continued the grisly saga with Human Hibachi 2, Feast in the Forest, filmed in 21, premiered in 22, again earning Best Feature recognition at the New Jersey Horror Con and securing distribution again through Troma, but also Kings of Horror and the Found TV app by late 2024. He returned in 23 with a prequel short, Human Hibachi, The Beginning, a chilling 7-minute found footage expansion of the cannibal mythos. Tonight, we're going to dive into his brutal aesthetic, his inspirations, and how he pushes boundaries in indie horror. Please welcome Mario Cerrito. Welcome, Mario.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, guys.
Absolutely. I appreciate you coming on. And I'm just going to say, I forgot to play our 30-second opening credits. Who cares? We want to get to the interview. We want to talk about some crazy movies.
Cool.
Mika was able to. We all work day jobs, so this is our
Nice.
our side hustle, as it were. Mika was able to watch Human Hibachi. I was able to watch both of them and the short. I'm a teacher,
Nice.
so I don't go back to work till tomorrow. I've been off all
Yeah.
summer, but I want to throw it to you, Mario. First, tell me if I got anything wrong in the bio, and if I did, correct it. Otherwise, fill us in. Give us your side and everything. What's going on?
No, that was pretty spot on. That was good research.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on. Uh, nah, that's pretty much my nutshell right there.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So you've been doing this film thing for a while now, about
Yeah.
a dozen years at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
Tell us a little bit about the whole Human Hibachi thing, the inspiration. So
Yeah.
somebody somewhere it said that you were inspired to write this series while eating at a hibachi restaurant.
Right. Yes.
So tell us that story. I want to hear
So,
that story.
so to get into it a little bit, the first two movies I did, which you mentioned, Deadly Gamble and The Listing, they
Yeah.
were like your run. I always say, like, when I get asked this question, they were like your run of the mill thrillers, shot like, cinematically with like a big film crew and all
Yeah.
that. But they really didn't get traction. Like, they just, kind of just got minimal distribution and nobody would ever hear of them. You know what I mean? So, I'm at me and my brother-in-law and my wife, we go out to this hibachi restaurant, local to here. It's a really fun time. You know what I mean? They do the whole,
Yeah.
they squirt the sake in the
Oh
mouth
yeah.
and all
The
the
whole
flip,
thing. Sure.
so we're drinking. It was late. I think the place closed at like 11. We might have got there at like 10. So we got there late. We are drinking. And they're getting ready to close the place down. They're like, listen, guys, you got to leave. So, we're having a good time. It was around 11 o'clock and they started getting a little angry, and they're like, you guys got to go. And I started saying, yo, dude, wouldn't that be crazy if they just shut the doors on us and they went crazy and killed us, put us in the back, and then, like, served us to like people that are willing to pay big money. So my brother-in-law, he's like, dude, that's a movie, dude. And I was like, you know what? And I just kind of passed it off. And as
Yeah.
time, I think a year later, I didn't have anything to do, and my career kind of stalled after those first two movies because there
Yeah.
wasn't really, like, money coming in or any kind of.
Right.
It
Sure.
was just, so that kind of inspired it, and then I wrote the script, and here we are 4 entries later. So
That's awesome. So
yeah.
you mentioned with your first two having the whole big crew, the cameras and
Right.
everything. How did shooting the first Human Hibachi all on an iPhone, how did that change the way you looked at the aesthetic of the film, the production
Right.
process? How did all that change? Because that's a really minimal way to do things.
Yeah, well, yeah. So what happened? So I was out of money. So what happened was, when I wrote the script, I was like, wow, this is a great premise. It has, what I was looking for. I originally
Mhm.
didn't write it found footage style. I wrote it like to, be again another like cinematic style film.
Sure.
But then I was like, all right, so if I do, do the budget breakdown, I mean, you're still looking at 50,000 to 100,000, to do it with a film crew.
Hmm.
And that's still a low budget. So I'm thinking like, all right, dude, how can I? Because I knew the premise was going to stick, and I knew the name was going to stick, and it was a
Right.
matter of doing it. So I was like, how
Hmm.
can I do this the cheapest way possible on the production side, and then keep what really counted in these kind of movies was like the effects and like the gruesome and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I knew
Sure.
if I could get this into production, the rest would follow. So it was a matter of saying, all right, well, let me try the found footage style, because I
Mhm.
knew that I could literally use I could be the DP, I could be the director, and then you know what I mean? I nix all
Yeah.
the crew. So that's
Right.
kind of how that happened. And then when it caught on, I just stuck with it for all the films because that's kind of the style I followed.
Yeah. It's kind of the expectation at this point.
Right, exactly.
So Mika and I were talking about the movies a little bit before we started, and like, there's no hero in the movie so far.
No.
Was that a choice, or was that just how the story kind of guided it in that way?
Um, I think I didn't care. Like when I
Right.
wrote it, I was
Because
yeah, I really I don't think I cared. I think when I wrote it,
yeah,
I was just like, yeah, it was initially just supposed to be kind of like a exploitation slash
yeah,
snuffy, like, you know what I mean?
sure,
So I didn't really care. But then as the
yeah,
film, the further along we are now, the Human Hibachi 3 will
hmm,
actually wraps it all up back to the first one. So
okay,
I guess
yeah,
I don't want to say a hero, but it'll make it where people will be like, oh shit, that's
oh,
why.
gotcha.
At the
Yeah,
end,
because
yeah. So
the first one, I mean, it literally starts. It starts in like an interrogation room. You
right,
think that there's like you think something's going to happen, and it definitely subverts your expectations.
yes.
Um,
Yeah.
Mika, do you have any questions about that movie, Mika?
So was Human Hibachi always supposed to be gory and wild, or was it more twisted when you first wrote it? Like, did you dial back, or
Oh,
did you just go all the way in?
It was pretty much followed what I wrote, to be honest with you. And then what happened was to kind of touch on what you said. The first cut I got of the movie, I wasn't happy with. So a
hmm,
lot of like those, like all those police scenes, like the interrogation room, that was never
yeah,
in the original cut. So I wrote that in later because I was adjusting as I went.
hmm,
A lot of stuff was like after the initial first cut, I went back and filmed stuff like 6 months later. So I would say the first cut I didn't have enough, and then I went back and got what I needed to get in
gotcha.
terms of like gore and all that.
Okay, so it sounds like you had some gore in it, but then you was like, you know what, we could just really just go all in it
Yeah, yeah,
all. Like, we could
exactly.
just go
Correct.
further than this. Yeah,
Correct.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
Correct. Yep. Yep. Yep.
So my
that's
my next question
yeah.
is, were there any scenes you almost didn't shoot because you felt like it was too much?
Uh, in the first one, no. In the third one, yes. So the one I
Mhm.
just wrapped up in the winter, there's a scene that
Yeah.
I did that was probably gonna be controversial, but I did it and I'm gonna keep it.
All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did
Yeah.
you go all in? I mean,
I went all in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I was that goes right along with what I was going to ask about, because they are very graphic. Um,
Right.
how do you balance, or did you try to balance the shock value with the storytelling, or did you let that shock be the story?
Yeah. I guess like to follow the title, like I kind of had to have that in the storyline.
Yeah,
So it's it kind of was just like the first, like I didn't know I didn't when I made the first one, I didn't know what to expect. So
sure.
a lot of times you don't know, like you don't know if it's going to get a cult following. So I
Right.
just threw everything to the wall, and I said, hey, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then listen, you go on to the next
Mhm.
project. So it's kind of more so the story was second and the visions was
Yeah.
first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's more about the shock value first or
Sure.
whatever. Yeah, exactly.
And I think that really, if that fits in with who eventually distributed movies, that's a very trauma
Correct.
style of A film.
Correct.
Let's shock you. It doesn't have to be the best story as long as it's
No,
got
no, exactly.
that's
Yeah, exactly. Right.
yeah. So were there like what was your inspiration when you were filming? Was there like a movie you were watching? Was there a director or a style that you were
Yeah. So
watching?
I'm a big So obviously I'm a big Trauma fan.
Yeah,
But I'm one of my favorite films. I mean, my favorite horror film is 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, number
that's
one.
my
Yeah,
all-time favorite. That's
yeah,
mine too.
that's the best horror film ever made.
Yeah,
But I did take some inspiration from Hostel, which I believe is really well done. Eli
yeah,
Roth, I like him. Um, and then just kind of piece my own little trademark on it, really.
yeah.
But there's a couple, it's
Sure.
yeah. So, but yeah,
I can definitely see like the hostile, the Eli Roth
Hostel,
kind of
correct.
that
Ditto.
that that's
Yeah, it's like
definitely
dingy,
in the
dark,
first two
like
movies.
grindhouse, dark,
Yes.
dingy. Yeah,
Yeah, all it was missing to be a grindhouse film was like a burn through the film and a lost scene somewhere in there. You would
Right.
have had it all.
yeah, yeah,
A
That
random
was great.
scene.
yeah.
Uh,
That's funny.
and then Human Hibachi 2 then shifts to the woods.
Right.
Um, was that just your natural inclination to have who
Yeah.
the remaining guys from the first one hiding out, and that was just the logical place to go, or did you have by this point the broader three-story arc in mind?
Yeah. So I mean, I like horror movies in the woods, like
Yeah,
naturally. Yeah,
absolutely.
because to me that just I mean here's the thing with that, you're getting all the production value in the world just from nature.
Yeah.
So the location, like when you're looking for locations, the hardest thing is to actually find one, get
Hmm.
clearance, and lock it down. So I knew a guy that owned that house in the woods.
Yeah.
It was really a perfect location, how it backed up to the stream. Everything was
Hmm.
there. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I have the location. So now how can I make the story? So I had the location first, and then
Okay.
I wrote around the location. So then that's how
That's
that,
awesome.
yeah, that's how
And
that whole premise came.
was the crew and the equipment bigger on
A little
part
bit.
two, or was it still
Yes.
iPhone? You went bigger on that one?
Oh yeah, no, it was all the same as iPhone.
Yeah.
So I just kept it. What I do, I did like iPhone, obviously iPhone, lighting guy, audio guy,
Mhm.
um, production assistants and
Yeah.
all that, effects people. But I would say it's
Yeah.
like no more than a crew of 6, 7 people on both of them.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
real
which is
skeleton
tiny.
crew.
And
There
yeah,
I did what I took away from the second one. There was a lot more um like edits with, you mentioned sound and lighting, with
hmm,
there's a chainsaw sequence, and
right,
it gets very like vibrant colors. It's loud, and
right,
the camera movement and everything. So there's definitely more. I think there's more to appreciate from a filming aspect, I guess,
right,
in the second one. The first one, it makes sense that it's a very stoic camera because we're filming my girlfriend's
right,
birthday,
exactly.
and that just
Documentary style.
yeah.
It's yep, yep. It's more doc
Um,
style. Yeah.
and back on the first one, I wanted to ask. I don't remember what the actor's name was, but did you have to convince him to sit there with the penis in his mouth for
I
all
get
those
asked that a
scenes?
lot.
Ah.
I get I
I
I
just
get
gotta
asked
know.
that all the time. That what's funny was that was this was a funny story, but you asked that. That wasn't in the script. So when he signed up for the movie,
Yeah.
when he took the role, that wasn't in the script.
Wow.
I did that on set that night.
Yeah.
I said, listen, I have an idea, and we cut a hole through the table on set.
Yeah.
And I said, you're gonna have to put this in your mouth, and then you're gonna act dead. And
Hmm.
then he was kind of, I mean, he was a trooper, and then
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, sure, man. So he did that right on the fly. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't sign up for
Oh,
that.
he didn't even sign.
He didn't sign up
That's
for that.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome. That was, and there's some
yeah,
really funny lines in
yeah,
both of the movies.
right.
Um, the One of them's really the give me that yellow. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
were those were all in the script, or were those kind of the
That was
things
all
on
in
the
the
fly?
script. Yeah,
That was
that was
all in
all
the
in the
script.
script. Yeah, there's a
Uh,
lot of improv. So in those like four cannibals,
yeah.
Yeah.
in the first one, like that whole scene's improv. Like it's off the
Oh,
script, But I told them, I said, in order to make this, like, this is going to be really funny, because it was like the perfect mix of people. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like the perfect clan. And I was like, in order for this to really work, because they all had big personalities.
Yeah.
I was like, I want you guys to just like take this and put it into your minds and just make it come out. Don't like, you know what the script says, now interpret it in your own way. And that's what really worked in terms of chemistry. So
and they
that's
definitely have that big the brash East Coast.
Yep.
They've got the Philly accents. They
Yep.
definitely
Yep. Yeah,
and they play
Bobby
into it.
Shields. Bobby Shields, he's from New York City.
Yeah.
Jeff is from North Jersey. The other guys from Philly. Yeah, they're all like New Jersey, Philly, New York guys.
That's awesome.
Funny.
Yeah, they definitely sold that maybe not the most legit job outside of here, but they're definitely important. They sold that.
Exactly. Sure. Yeah, and a little weird.
Yeah.
So funny.
So I know that when I announced this to Instagram and everything, I accidentally said that you worked for Troma. You are distributed by Troma.
Correct.
Did they have any feedback for you on the third film that you're making now? Did they give you any input or anything?
So I literally went up to Troma Studios in this past December, and we filmed Lloyd Kaufman, the owner. So he's in the third one. So
Uncle
so
Lloyd
he's in the
gets his
third
part.
one. Yeah, he's got probably my favorite part in the whole series, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's real. It's like cameo, but it's just a great line. You'll see when you watch it. But they love it. I mean, they're huge fans of the series. You know, so in terms, they just said keep doing your thing, man. So it was cool to go up there and film, and so.
Yeah, I'm a huge Troma fan. I follow everything Lloyd Kaufman does, all of his socials.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's great. What else? What are you thinking over there, Meka?
I wanted to shift to more of the filmmaking process.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about the movies and things like that. So, what's something people never realize about indie horror until they try to make one?
That's a great question. I would say, what don't they realize? Honestly, here's probably the one thing that sticks out to me is how much goes into it because of the effects. Because I actually directed I didn't really, so I had a falling out with the producer, but I directed a comedy. It was a love film, actually, back in 2019. And it was so much more easy to do because there was no blood, there was no effects, there was no gross stuff. When you're dealing with that, it makes the process probably 3 times harder than when you just show up. Because when you're doing a love film, you just show up. That's it. What's more, there's just people. So when you're doing horror, there's so much. It sounds like it's easy, but it's not, because there's so much involved effects wise. So it's a lot. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, I was getting pounds and pounds of meat by the day. Every time I was shooting, I had to get meat. So that's a lot. So it's a lot to remember. It's a lot of moving parts.
I could see how that would be.
Yes.
Especially buying meat every day. Like that
yeah.
Meat's not cheap, y'all.
Meat's not cheap. No.
No, it's
so
not.
when you're writing your scripts, are you thinking about what would scare you, or how can you traumatize the audience?
Both. So I know. Yeah, you got some good questions. So I think I write what I think's cool. So like when I'm writing, I'm like, that sounds cool. What would other people? I don't even really think about what they think. I'm writing what I think is cool or what's like creepy, and then when I'm doing it, I'm seeing what they would see. So when I'm writing it, I'm just first laying it on the paper, and I'm thinking like what would be cool, and then when I'm on set, then I do what I think would gross them out, or so it's kind of I definitely. I mean, you have to, you have to take into part what people would think. So
speaking of people, what people think, have you ever got pushback from friends or family or actors saying, you know what, you're pushing it?
I would say no, to be honest with you. So, I no. So a lot of people that know me in this circle love it. Like they're like, oh, it's so cool. Like I don't know. I haven't lost any friends over it or anything. No. No, it's all make believe. You know what I mean? That in the end,
Right? Yeah.
So
How
yeah,
do you mentioned you have a 16-year-old? Would you let your 16-year-old watch the movie?
she watches them.
She watches them.
Yeah, she
She's
watches them.
already
Yeah,
into it.
yeah.
I
Not
love
the
it.
9-year-old. No, the
No.
9-year-old can't watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Too early.
the 9-year-old, the 3-year-old, probably not their
yeah.
speed yet.
Nah,
But the
nah. It's
16-year-old's
funny.
gonna.
Like I got props laying around the house everywhere. Like I'm on my
Oh
back
yeah.
porch kind of thing. I mean, this is the stuff they see all the time. Like this is it's like a
Right.
jaw
Yeah.
piece. You know,
Sure.
I just got like they're all over the house, so they kind of know
Yeah.
what I do.
They
So
understand, and I think growing up
yeah,
around it, they understand the make believe
correct,
that this
correct.
isn't really happening. This
Yeah,
isn't
correct,
this isn't Cannibal Holocaust where the FBI is
correct.
going to come in and you got to prove
Exactly,
it.
exactly.
Right. I get
That's
it.
the movie I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of my favorites. That's yeah.
So I was curious after watching the short, the Human
Mm-hmm.
Hibachi, the beginning
Yep.
is much less horrific. Granted, it's only
Right.
7 minutes. There's only so much you can do in there.
Yep.
But was there something symbolic about the whole bamboo motif? Was there
Yeah.
was there something that was supposed? I couldn't put a finger on it, but it seemed like the bamboo meant something more.
So my mom's a history teacher,
Uh-huh.
and I was asking her. She teaches high school history, and I was asking her like how, like just like Japanese would kill prisoners of war, or not kill them, but like make them talk.
Right.
And a lot of times back in the day, they would use bamboo because bamboo grows at an extreme rate.
Yeah.
So it's like the fastest growing plant, and they would do exactly in that movie where they would put it underneath them, and it would impale them until they talked. So I kind of use what they did, and
Yeah.
bamboo. I had access to a bamboo farm, so I kind of just threw that in there to make it
Yeah.
look like it. And some of that was actually shot in Japan, and see like when they're walking in the street and all that's all
Yeah.
Japan.
Nice.
So yeah, so I kind of just thought it was an original kind of kill. I haven't really seen.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. The only thing I can think of, and I don't remember what movie it is, but they would use the bamboo shoots under the fingernails.
Yeah. Right.
That kind of thing.
Right.
So it's definitely
right.
Yeah. I couldn't place. I was like, there's meaning behind
The meaning behind it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's what that was.
That's awesome. So now I know your effects and your directing, you've won awards, obviously. We mentioned that at the very top. How involved are you personally in creating those physical effects? Is that all you, or do you have a team? Or how do you do it?
You're gonna laugh. So no. So the first movie, I had an effects girl that I hired.
Yeah.
The second movie, I had an effects girl that I also hired, but my wife has done a lot of them, and there's no better person than to have somebody you can literally tell every fine detail to that lives in your house.
Yeah.
Because she's
there.
you know what I mean. So my wife has done a lot of the effects,
Mhm.
and she's very talented. But then there's like certain things that I need to get somebody that specializes in something. So there's like specialized people that do certain things.
Yeah.
So, but I'm hands-on with not hands-on. I'm very hands-on with the blood. That's my thing. Like I love drizzling blood and all that. But like in terms of like wounds and all that, there's just people that are good at that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, because the meat, it all looks very real. It's very well done.
Yeah.
So there was something that I saw and I couldn't find any more about it, but did you work on Ghost Nation?
Yeah.
And so what was that? How does like the reality TV, is there an intersect or a contrast with what you do in your filmmaking?
So what happened? Well, my house is haunted. So they came here. So you remember like the old the Ghost Hunters? Remember that show?
Yeah,
I do.
So it was the same team, Jason Halls and all those guys. They came to my house, and now you're asking me like, is it different like the reality than what I do? Is that what you're saying, or
like, or does the reality of the like living in a haunted house, does that kind of feed into your filmmaking, or do you try to keep that separate? Do you let that?
So it's funny, like I've never experienced anything.
No.
It's my wife, it's my kids. They see it all. They hear it all.
Yeah.
But they said here, and if you watch the episode, when I was writing my screenplays is when the activity would stir up. So I don't know. Yeah, because all my stuff is really dark.
Sure.
And You know what I mean? And it's weird. Like, again, I never experienced anything. I might experience one thing, but
Yeah.
they experienced it all. And my wife
Mhm.
is like, every time you write is when things go crazy.
When it gets wild.
So it's wild. Like, I still don't believe it, but I mean, I have to if they're saying it. I mean, they're all
Right.
saying it. So,
Yeah,
you
because
know?
Your backyard
why would
Yeah,
these people be
exactly.
lying to you? Yeah.
No, they're not going to. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're
So,
not gonna. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
dude,
crazy.
it's weird. I don't know. But it stopped ever since they came. That's the other thing. So they fixed it.
Oh, yeah,
So whatever it was, they fixed it.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So
So what we all want to know is, when do you have a release plan now for Human Hibachi 3? Is there a trailer coming? Um,
yes. So
all of that.
I dropped the teaser trailer 2 weeks ago, I think. So it's just like a minute long teaser.
Uh-huh.
The official trailer will probably drop in the fall, and then I'm looking to premiere it probably end of fall, like November, maybe on Thanksgiving. That'd be a great premiere for eating,
Yeah.
right? No,
Oh yeah. I love
yeah, but
Thanksgiving. It's
no,
a meal based holiday.
yeah, it is, yeah, really, yeah. But yeah, I'm right now we're in post production. That post
Yeah.
production, I take my time because like when
Sure.
you're filming, it's such a rush, not a rush, but your head's
Yeah.
spinning,
Oh yeah.
and so when I get
Yeah.
in
You're
post,
going 100 miles an hour in
oh
30
yeah,
different directions.
I mean, you're not sleeping some days. So, I
Yeah.
like, once I get into post, I like to really take my time. So I would say like next year it should be on demand somewhere for sure.
Mhm. Awesome.
Yeah.
So I have a question about
Yeah.
like being an indie uh film director.
hmm
So what's the best part about staying independent and what's the hardest part?
So the best part is I get to do exactly what I write, what I want to create with no
Mhm.
producers getting involved because I've sold screenplays and all that. And the
Mhm.
work that you write ends up not becoming what you wrote at all. Like, cause once like there's a bunch of different, hats involved and all,
Mhm.
your work gets chopped up. So when you're strictly independent, the vision, I'm all about vision. Like you know what I mean? So the vision stays the same. The hardest part is always going to be financing. So when you don't have, again, so it's like a double-edged sword.
Mhm.
If you're working for Universal or something like that, they'll say, hey, Matt,
Yeah.
here's $7 million, go make a film. But then
Which
again,
is
you're at their, like,
yeah.
they're calling every
Here's my
shot the whole
notes, and
way.
you better listen.
Yeah, so it's a double-edged sword. So I kind
Sure.
of, what I like to do is take what I've done and make a living off it. And
Mhm.
you know what I mean? You're your own boss,
Oh yeah.
and it's great. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's double-edged sword.
Sure.
What
Sure.
isn't in life though?
Oh yeah.
True.
There's
Yeah,
positives
yeah,
and
yeah.
negatives to everything.
Right.
Absolutely.
hmm
So what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone filming their first horror movie right now?
Cool.
I mean, this is a great question. Make it different. You have to stand out. It's so saturated. So it like
Mhm.
like there, and I see there's so many filmmakers that I know personally,
Mhm.
that just when you make a film, oh, girls running through the woods, guys chasing her,
Yeah.
he kills her, and then he goes and kills the hat. It's been done a million times. So
Mhm.
like, what you have to be able to separate yourself.
Yeah.
Unless you're just doing it for fun, and it's a passion project, that's
Yeah.
different. But if you're really trying to make some kind of name for yourself to get to another movie eventually,
Yeah.
you have to be different because again, you
Mhm.
know what I mean. So that I would say just you have to stand out. Titles first.
Yeah.
Title has to be catchy,
Sure.
and that's probably number one, to be honest with you. The title has to be catchy. So there's a couple things that
Mhm.
and I didn't think of that when I first started. Like I just did
Right.
it, and you
Yeah.
don't really learn until So that for
Mhm.
sure.
Gotcha.
iPhone or a regular camera when it comes to filming?
Oh.
Oh no, definitely a regular camera. Like if they're
Yeah.
if unless they're doing found footage. The only reason I used the iPhone was because it was found
The
footage.
found footage.
But if you're doing a real, like a movie, you got absolutely you need it because a
Yeah.
lot of platforms won't even accept you unless you have a shot in like real 4K.
Um, yeah.
They'll kick it out. Yeah, they have special requirements for
Yeah.
the actual camera and all.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, and actually, thanks to your movies, Meek and I actually found the found app. Like I'd never
Oh yeah,
known. I never knew what that was before.
No, that's a great app.
Looking
Did you
for-
watch
yeah.
them on there? Did you
That,
watch it on there?
I watched them both on there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
fun.
app. I think it's free too, right?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
it doesn't have too many commercial interruptions.
No.
There are a few, but it's not overdone.
Yeah, he's a great guy. The guy that owns it, his name's
Yeah.
Louis Lavella. He's up in Canada. But they're real innovative. They're doing some things, man. They're doing originals too, which is really cool. So they're doing like found TV originals. Yeah, I'm in talks with him to possibly do an original sometime in the future. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You're gonna create the Human Hibachi cinematic universe.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Human Hibachi 4 will be shot regular style. I don't know. Yeah. I think I'm done with the Human Hibachi stuff though. I'm writing something new now. So
I was going to say IMDb talks about more of a slasher horror story. House in the Pines, I think, is what it's called.
Yeah.
Is that the next thing you're working on?
No, that was a project that never went. So I wrote that. Yeah, I wrote that in 2020. And I attached like some guys from Nightmare on Elm Street on that, like the production designer from Nightmare on Elm Street, the effects guy from Texas Chainsaw Massacre was on that. Yeah. So I had like this like powerhouse attached to it, and just couldn't get the financing for like what I wrote it for. So I mean, it's still out there in the works.
It could happen.
Correct. It was picked up by a production company. It's on their slate.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because it does still show pre-production on there, but
pre-production, yeah. So that's more like a broad horror. That would be more like I Know What You Did Last Summer, kind of big. You know what I mean? Like a teenage up to broad, yeah. So yeah,
that's awesome. So you mentioned you've got something in the works. Is there anything you can share about your upcoming story? What creative direction you're going with that now?
Yeah, so it's taking elements from Hibachi, but making something totally different. Definitely gory, definitely, same kind of feel, but a totally different storyline. Really original. I don't think it's ever been done. So that would probably be next.
Yeah.
And then, I'm still taking like that feel, but then making a totally different premise. Yeah. So.
Yeah. But moving.
You guys have mosquitoes out there? You have mosquitoes out there?
Oh, yeah. Bad. Yes.
New Jersey's the worst for mosquitoes. Absolute worst.
It's cooled off where we are, so the mosquitoes have. I think they've.
Where are you at?
Retreated. I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, so you're on the East Coast. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. She's out in your side of the country.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
But the mosquitoes. If you get anywhere near water out here, the mosquitoes are awful.
Oh,
the minute you get near water.
Listen, I wouldn't care. Listen, if they bite me, they can bite me all day long. Just don't make me itch.
Yeah.
When they make, you know what I mean? Come on. You can suck my blood. Just don't make me itch. Yeah.
There's your horror story right there.
I was going to say, there's a whole horror story in itself.
Yeah.
Get bit and can't stop.
Y'all can bite me. Just don't. You got to make me itch too. Like, come on.
Right. That's awesome.
So behind the scenes of all the Human Hibachi movies and the short, what was the wildest thing that's ever happened behind the scenes that you've never shared publicly?
Behind the scenes. You know what? Let me think on this.
Especially because you had the guys improvising in the first one. I'm pretty sure something wild happened.
Yeah, I'm trying to think though.
He was like, "Nah, cut that."
Damn, I can't really think of anything.
Say that.
Yeah. No, you know what? It's like I can't really think of anything that was like off the wall. Like anything that we did actually stayed on film. There was nothing really like, like I can't really think of anything. Maybe in the third one, in that controversial scene I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Maybe, but no, I can't really think of anything like no. Sorry.
Give me. I know. You're gonna be like, yeah. So somebody took the penis and did things with. I'm like, wait.
Nah, nothing like that.
Nothing crazy.
Nah. Yeah, nah. We were all so tired when we were filming that particular scene was overnight, so that went until like 4 or 5, 6 in the morning. So people were getting tired.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you have to wait till the restaurant closes to use it.
Right.
So
Right.
they closed at, I want to say they closed at 12. So we didn't
Mhm.
start filming until 12.
Oof.
And we didn't get out of there until like 8:30 in the morning,
Until
9.
they're coming in to start prep.
Yeah. I would say the only thing I worried about was burning the place down and all that. Like,
Right.
you
You
can't
love
sleep.
Yeah.
You
too
can't
much.
sleep. Yeah. Well, yeah, because when you go home, you're like, damn, did I shut the stove off? Or like,
Oh, yeah.
like stuff like that. So you don't sleep after. Like you're thinking, and
Yeah.
what if I contaminated the grill with the meat? Like you're thinking
Oh,
constantly.
yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that like goes outside of just the movie. Like you got to
Yeah.
worry about like people's property and like
Right. Yeah.
so.
See,
Right.
yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
great.
Like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
bigger than you and bigger than the film. Like you're using people's
Hmm.
locations. Like when I was in the woods, you're
Hmm.
burning fires like out there.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm nuts. Like so now, all right, everybody leaves, but I'm praying that fire's put out, and I'm like looking
Yeah.
for like little ashes. You're out in the woods in the summer,
Yeah.
so and
All
it's
it takes
dry
is
around here.
spark.
Like yeah, so there's a lot of things. I would say that for behind the scenes is me going crazy.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
me going crazy behind the scenes is probably the biggest thing.
So
So
you're, oh, go
okay.
ahead, Mika.
Um, I'm gonna just throw this out here because it's one of my questions. If Human Hibachi was banned worldwide
Mhm.
tomorrow,
Mhm.
how would you want people to remember
For being banned worldwide.
it?
Right. That's a
Yeah,
great
no.
calling card.
Yeah.
I did it so they got
Yeah.
banned.
Honestly, like uh from like my own words, I would say an independent film that went on to be a trilogy that went on to win 3 awards. Like I started
Yeah.
when I started the first one, there was no money involved.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it kind of grew just from literally blood, sweat, and tears and
Mhm.
hard work and passion, which to me is going in the end is going to make a project stand out than just throwing $1 million
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
Because
I think
a lot
you
of these
can
films
see
will
the
throw
heart
money.
on the screen,
Correct. And that's how I
literally in
wanted to be.
Human Hibachi.
Yeah, that's
Literally.
how I want it to be remembered for sure.
Literally.
Literally.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's how I'd want it to be remembered is like
yeah.
a passion project that literally picked up a cult following worldwide.
Yeah.
Like there's like 50 DVDs in Tokyo, Japan in a store that you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty cool to see it like grow like that.
That is awesome. Yeah.
So
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
And you mentioned like that no money being involved. I joke like a lot of the movies that I end up watching just because I watch a lot of movies, but you can tell
Right,
like this movie was made with $50 and a ham sandwich,
right.
and they put it
That's
all on
it.
the screen. Like, so
Yeah.
do think with the low or no budget stuff, where did you find your actors? Were they like people you knew? Were they local actors, or like was it a
Yeah.
Craigslist call?
No. It was yeah.
That's
So
wild.
yeah, they're local like Philly, Jersey, New York actors.
Yeah,
A lot of people I built relationships with from my prior movies.
sure.
So like that, the main cannibal, the guy that was like the business, I guess the boss, the guy in the middle.
Uh-huh.
He worked with me on one of my prior movies. So there's certain people that I'll call
Hmm.
and be like, hey man, this role I think will fit you.
Yeah,
But I'll hold like auditions or the hardest ones to find were Asian guys because there's not that many Asian actors, especially around here.
right.
So that was really hard to cast, to be honest with you. So because there's not that many of them.
Yeah. And
So but yeah,
is IMDb right? You have a role in the third film?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I've been in all of them. I just hid myself a couple times, but this one I have a
Right.
prominent role. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. That's awesome.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. It's I don't know how that happened. I think somebody fell out and I had to fall in. I think like
Yeah.
last minute. Yeah,
Gotcha.
so
That's how it is when you're indie director.
Oh yeah.
Things fall
that's
through.
how it is.
You
Yeah.
pick it
Oh,
up.
yeah.
You got to do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right. And yeah.
Cooking for people and everything. Sometimes, yeah, you're doing it all.
And
Actually, that brings me to my next
go
question.
ahead,
What's your
Josh. I'll
favorite?
get ready to ask you probably the same
That brought
question.
it. What? So these movies obviously revolve around eating a lot. What was your favorite on-set meal during filming?
I was just great.
Oh, like that
What
we
we
ate.
eat?
Yeah.
That we ate.
Yeah, that you actually ate. Like,
I know y'all wouldn't eat a
not,
hibachi.
not the deep fried penis. I mean, what you were actually eating.
Yeah, I would. Well, my wife is a really good cook, so she actually has cooked like for us. Not all the time, but some of the times.
Mhm.
I'm Italian. I love pasta. I love her pasta. So
Yeah.
simple as that. Nice pasta and
Yeah.
salad,
Yeah.
Italian style. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I
That's
think we
awesome.
might have ate the meat like some of the meat we
Some of the
buy,
meat.
we actually cooked up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, why waste
I
it,
mean,
right?
why waste it? Exactly.
No,
Why
we didn't
waste
waste none of it. No,
it?
none of that got
Yeah.
wasted. Yeah. Yeah, no.
So were the intestines you see them cutting up, was that actual, like, did you
Yeah.
bought the offal from the
Oh,
butcher? And
yeah, it's all real. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's
Um,
That's wild.
yeah,
yeah, it
what was I gonna
is.
say? I don't so you remember in the second one when they had the catch the bass fish?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I was they were eating some of the leftovers. I was throwing it in the water, that all that, and they were tearing it up.
Yeah.
All the fish in that lake, they were tearing it up, feeding, probably fed them for a summer, all that
That's
food in
awesome.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
that's
So
great.
yeah, it's a lot of fun stuff going on with that.
I feel like the amount of meat and stuff that you're constantly messing with, I'd almost want to be
Oh,
vegetarian for a few days
yeah,
just to get
yeah.
away from it all.
I know. Yeah, it's and there's a process to this too now with the meat. So when
Uh,
you buy it, it's frozen.
Mm.
So when you get it
oh,
from the butcher, it's like a ice block,
yeah,
like because they like it's like coming out of their freezer. So
sure.
then you gotta now say I buy it now and I'm shooting in 2 weeks or a week. So
Hmm.
now I'll buy it and I'll keep it in my fridge here, and I'll let it slowly thaw, but it's still like hard, and then I'll have to
Right.
put it out in the sun to get it to like where it's like
Oh,
it's not just like you buy it and go to the store.
yeah,
No, it's a process. Yeah. So that's like I'm saying, like with horror, going back to Mika's question, there's so much involved that like
yeah,
if you just did a comedy film, you just show up. You know what I mean? So there's a lot involved
yeah.
effects wise that
Gotcha.
people
Yeah.
don't realize. Yeah. Gross too. My wife wants to kill
I
me about
bet.
that.
I
I was
bet.
gonna say
Yeah.
it didn't smell too hot after it got out the
No.
sun.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's nasty.
So yeah,
What's your most memorable fan reaction that you've had so far, whether email, social media, or
I get them all the
live at
time.
the horror con in Jersey?
I get them all the time. Like it got it like when it was first excuse me, when it was first happening. It's like I mean, I've been at this hibachi thing since 2018, but
Yeah.
you'd get people just coming up to you saying like, where can I buy T-shirts or
Mhm.
memorabilia, and then like
Yeah.
people want like props. Like I'm selling like props out of the movie. Like I mean, there's fans, like it's crazy. Like so, I would say like people will come up at like a horror con or wherever, and they'll just say quotes out of the movie, like stuff like that. I'm like, damn, that's
Jeez.
wild. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So like stuff like that, like where you actually, I don't know, you see like a fan base. Like I mean, that to
Yeah.
me is crazy. To me, that's crazy still. Like, you know what I mean? Because
Right.
an idea starts in your head, and then you see it
Yeah.
grow. It's like it's surreal. I guess you could. That's the word. Surreal.
You're
Right.
Yeah.
living the dream now.
You are.
Correct.
Yeah. It's
It's well,
official.
yeah. Again, yeah. As any indie horror director, your dream is to have your work seen, and it's near
Oh yeah.
impossible. It is near impossible with all the titles out there, and
Oh
that's
yeah.
just the titles that are out there. What about the ones
Right.
that aren't out there?
Oh
Right.
yeah.
There's you know what I mean. The ones that are out there have like it's like they didn't have a miscarriage. You know what I mean? They actually were born. But then there's
Yeah.
films
Oh yeah.
that there's half the
That's
titles never received birth. So it's
and I think that's where I count, like, Meka and I think we're really lucky because we've kind of curated this little corner of film and horror specifically, that people recommend the most off the wall stuff to us. I never would have found Human Hibachi
right,
had we not linked up on Instagram.
right.
A couple of weeks ago, I watched a movie called Hemet, or The Landlady Don't Drink Tea. It was funny. It was I had a great time with
Right.
it, but I never would have heard of that if
Never.
it wasn't for this community. So I
That's
think
what it is.
podcasting and social media has really made a way for more of the movies like Human
Yes.
Hibachi to get found, to get seen, and to find their niche
100%.
within the culture.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you're
I
right. You're
wholeheartedly
right.
agree.
It's all networking.
Yeah,
It really is. It's all networking, and
it really is. It really is.
it's a
Yeah,
good
and I
thing,
feel
though. It's a
really
great
lucky
thing.
that I get to hang out and do this stuff.
Yeah,
I enjoy
absolutely.
doing this.
Yeah, it makes me great.
That's
I mean,
fun.
this is Like I said, Meka and I have day jobs. This is like the hobby. This is what we do for fun,
That's
and it
awesome.
really is fun. I have a great time with it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're meeting new people. You're talking to people. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and and we
I
get to
mean,
talk to people like you that also loves horror movies, and we get
right.
to kind of geek out about
I love it.
the stuff that we love. Yeah,
Yeah, how cool is that? Really? Yeah.
right.
And you hear firsthand stories. That's neat. Yeah,
Yeah, I
sure.
love it.
Very cool, man.
So
Yeah.
you mentioned conventions. Do you have any upcoming conventions that you're going to be at?
So I like to. So no. So to start off, no, no. But I want to. So once this movie's done, I'm going to submit it again to that same. That's like a big festival here,
Yeah.
the New Jersey HorrorCon.
Yeah.
Like all this,
That
all
was looking. That's when you mentioned it. I was like, my ears perked up because I was like,
yeah.
I'm definitely trying to make it to that one.
Yeah, no, you would love
Yeah.
it. And what's cool about it is it's in Atlantic City, so it's like on the beach kind of like you're on the boardwalk
Yeah.
like to the beach. It's just an awesome time.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So I'll definitely be submitting this one to that, and I'm probably looking to get like I had a Human Hibachi table back in 2019, so
Yeah.
I haven't done it since, but I'm probably going to look to do a new one now since the movie's more known than it was
Right.
in 2019. It would be cool to
Yeah.
do. So
Yeah, because
That's
for sure.
there's a lot of horror conventions that go on all up and down the East Coast, and I mean,
Oh yeah.
pretty much all over the world.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I'm doing right now is getting out to more conventions. And
Oh
like I
yeah.
just did Galaxy Con in Raleigh, which is not really a horror convention, it's more like pop
Like sci-fi
culture,
thing.
yeah,
Sci-fi.
Right.
sci-fi,
Okay.
like,
I got you.
you
Yeah. Yeah.
know, but the actor that played Jason was
Yeah.
there. They
Hmm.
were,
That's Kane Hodder or
not Kane Hodder, the other one from the 2019 remake.
okay.
He was
Gotcha.
Oh,
Gotcha.
there.
yeah.
Billy Zane from Demon Knight, he was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like, so it
It's neat.
they sprinkled in like a
Right.
couple of horror people in there,
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
just to kind of get
Well, you
to
got to
all the
have
fans.
Jason there because he went to space. That makes him
He did
Yeah.
go
special.
to
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
He
Exactly.
did.
Yeah.
He
He
did
went
go
to
to space.
space.
But yeah, like I love this horror community. We get to meet
Yeah.
Oh, it's
people
great.
like you.
Oh no,
And
it's
Mhm.
cool. Yeah.
when I just gonna be totally honest with you, when Josh was like, you need to we're gonna be interviewing Mario, and I
Yeah.
was like, who? And of course I do my Googles, and he tells me
Oh
about the
yeah.
movie, and I was like,
Yeah.
and he's right. I work a 9 to 5, and so
Right.
like I was
Mhm.
like, okay, I got home today after I sat at work all day, and was
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna watch this movie, and so I
Yeah.
sat
Okay.
down and watched it, and I was like, I'm ready now. Let's go.
Oh
No,
yeah, that's
yeah.
funny. That's awesome.
So, is there a particular horror subgenre that you would love to make a movie in? Like, do you want to do like your Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or is
Oh
there
yeah.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
psychological horror? Is there something that you want to do?
Yeah. So yeah. So that new script I'm writing, I would say is
Yeah.
like yeah. You seen that movie Tusk?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love Tusk.
Yeah. 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 So it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that subgenre is. I guess like I don't know what the
It's
hell that
just
is.
weird body
Weird. I was just
horror,
gonna say weird.
psychological trauma. Yeah, there's a lot going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. So something like that, like deformity kind of horror, actually,
Yeah.
is like yeah, yeah. That's kind of what I want to do next.
Cool.
And also like just like broad horror, like I want like one broad horror film,
Sure.
like what, commercial appeal, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like yeah,
Your
yeah,
I Know
like
What You Did Last Summer. Your
exactly,
whatever
correct.
that,
Yeah,
whatever it
Scream.
is.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Nice.
yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for
Now,
sure.
we talked a little bit offline. You mentioned to me that you don't like to fly, but
No.
if you could just magically teleport anywhere, if you're not going to film in Jersey, where would you fit? Where's like the dream place for you to go and film your movie?
South Italy,
South Italy,
100%.
yeah, the
Yeah,
Italian, yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And that would be for the food and wine.
You're right. Just go to
And then
Tuscany and hang out.
yeah, 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 definitely there. Um,
Hey, I think do
maybe
a little
Japan.
giallo film while you're over there.
Yeah, yeah, that's where all the greats come from with
Oh
that,
yeah,
man.
oh
You
yeah,
know, big fans of them.
that's
Yeah, man.
awesome.
Yeah, nah. Japan might be cool too, to be honest.
Yeah,
A lot of culture
especially now
there.
that you have kind of a connection there with the whole
Yeah,
human hibachi
sure.
thing.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Yeah.
That's awesome. So now all of your effects have been practical. You're not doing any CGI, but when you're watching a movie, do you prefer the practical over this digital, or do you think it just depends on the situation?
Honestly, I like practical. I feel like at the independent level, if you rely on CGI, you might get it wrong, and then you can't go back. You can't go back, like, unless you want to reshoot it. So when you know what I mean, you might say, hey, we'll green screen it, but then if you get the green screen wrong, so I like to do it on set and know I got it. You know what I mean? At the big budget Hollywood level, they can do whatever they want and make it look great. But when you're doing it independent,
even in that case, there's something about the tactile quality of a practical effect that it's actually happening there in the camera.
Correct.
Rather than being added later, and you can feel that.
And you can tell,
especially horror fans, we can tell when that
tell.
blood is fake.
100%, you can tell. You can tell, yeah, and like I want to make sure I get it because it's so hard to go back and shoot again and get actors back out there.
Yeah. You know that actually. So are you a one and done, one take, got it, move on, or will you reset and do multiple takes with your?
No, I'll make sure if we don't get it on the one take, I'll make sure
you're
gonna
reset.
Oh yeah, like on the listing, a movie I did, the second movie I did 50 takes one time.
Oh,
like the actors were ready to kill me. Yeah, we didn't get the shot. Like I needed, it was like real important. If I didn't get it, I didn't have the movie. So,
do you know is the listing streaming anywhere? I haven't looked.
It should be.
I'm gonna have to check.
If you look it up on IMDb, it's just called The Listing.
Yeah,
it does. I think it does show you. It was on.
Yeah,
like
I just haven't looked yet.
I don't know. Like it's something called Fandor or something. I don't know what that is. Roku. I know it's on Roku. Like if you type it
Roku.
in. Yeah.
Oh, but Pandora.
I don't know. It's called Fandor or something.
Yeah, Fandor. It's got like
is that what?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's got like a penguin logo.
Yes,
or something.
That's what it is. Correct.
Never
Tubi. But like what happened was, so these films they'll get like their runs. Like that came out in 2017.
Sure.
They'll get their runs, and then the distributor, this particular distributor, went out of business.
Oh.
So, but what happens is they contract it for 10 years, so they still have, but they're dead. Like the distributor's not doing anything, so it kind of gets like in a lull.
Right.
The film gets tied up. Yeah. So I don't know. It might be on something. But
I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah, check that out. That's a suspense thriller. That's like I wouldn't even. I guess that's a subgenre of horror, but yeah.
Yeah, but
it's like more like suspense thriller. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So. Stupid question, just because I want to ask it. You're Italian. I think I know the answer. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
You know
Mika saw it coming a mile away.
Listen. It's good. It's good. I'm gonna say.
Oh.
I haven't had it in forever.
But you're okay with it.
Yeah, I think I am, man. But it's got to have ham on it too. It's got to have ham.
It's got to be that. It's got to be that real, like what they call Hawaiian.
Yeah.
It's got to be the whole.
Yeah, like pineapple and ham. My dad. Now my dad, full-blooded Italian.
Oh yeah.
Would get as a kid would get us, growing up, would get the pineapple Hawaiian pizza. I loved it.
Yeah, for the kids. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Right. So I mean, I don't order it, but I listen. I ain't kicking it away either.
I wish my dad would.
My co-host on one of my other shows, Couch Critics, Dave, he always says, I don't want to yuck someone else's yum.
Yeah, so right, exactly. Yeah,
like
sure.
I'm not here to tell you no. I was just
no, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah.
Now I know you mentioned right at the top, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, your favorite horror film.
Yes.
Let's throw that's not on the table. What is one horror film everyone should watch that's not that or one of yours? Like what's another horror movie everyone needs to see?
I mean my second favorite is the original Halloween.
Oh,
that's my second favorite. That's 100% just from the soundtrack alone.
That the way John Carpenter uses that synthesizer,
that's what it is. Yeah. So I mean, you want me to go like underground horror or like Hollywood?
Yeah. What's your favorite trauma?
So Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
I also
can't wait to see the new one. I can't.
Yeah. I know, man. I think that's this month it drops.
Yeah,
To be honest with you.
I want to say the 19th to the 29th, something like that. It is this month.
Yeah. The poultry, what's it called? Poultry Guys Night.
Poultry Guys.
Yeah. Love that one. Love it. Yes.
Birdemic Shock and Awe was funny.
Yep. So I'll give you one that what's that one called? Hold on. What's that? The clown, the ones from outer space, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think that
Mika's
doesn't get enough love.
Shirt. Dude, Mika's wearing the shirt right now.
I didn't even see that. Mika,
he's repping it right now.
Mika, that film does not get enough love.
It doesn't.
Nor do enough people know about it.
That's a good one.
That I'll sit in bed and like drink I'll drink a little wine, and I just get immersed with how like genius that movie is. Number one.
That's such a good movie. I love it.
I think that's my
movie
answer
for me.
Yeah. So I think that's my answer to the question, because I don't think enough people know about it. So
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. If you haven't seen it,
absolutely go check it out right now.
Yes.
I think it's actually celebrating its 38th anniversary this year, something like that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, the brothers, what the brothers did it or whatever. Yeah, that's a really good one.
That's a good one.
Yes.
What's your go-to horror creature? Like, do you have a favorite creature from horror?
Horror creature. I mean, yeah. So it's going to sound cheesy, but Frankenstein. I'm a big Frankenstein fan.
Yeah,
huge.
I'm super excited. I love Frankenstein. There's a podcast called Middle Age Movies, and they review it. They're guys my age that review movies, and they asked me to come on so we could talk the original.
I love it.
James Whale Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I'm a big Frankenstein. Yeah. I love that. For sure. Yeah,
I love Frankenstein. Frankenstein's a good one. You got any more there, Mika?
Okay.
She does. There it
is.
So if you got invited to a dinner party and they were serving mystery meat, how fast are you leaving?
Oh man,
that's a good one.
Quick as I'd seen that they were serving mystery meat. Yeah. Oh hell no.
Right away.
You're like, what's this?
I'm not even a big meat eater. Yeah, but I'm not a big meat eater. No.
So you like a spinach lasagna or something?
I'll eat chicken. I'll eat chicken, but I'm not like big. Not a big red meat eater. Nah. So to begin with, if I see, and then they told me it's a mystery, nope. Done. Done. I'm out.
And this question you really don't have to answer, but you can answer it. So who in your real life would never survive in one of your movies, and why?
Who in my real life? I don't know. Who would? Trying to think who I don't like.
That's the best way to
think who I don't like. Yeah. Man, probably somebody. I'm not going to name him, but I'll tell you who it is. When I first got in this business, I didn't know anything about it, and this guy that I met had been in the business for 50 years, and we had a little bit of a falling out just by the way he was like treating me. And he told me, he's like, you'll never be able to make a movie. So that guy, he wouldn't survive in my horror movie. Because I took that inspiration and ran with it when he told me. Yeah. He was like, you'll never be able to make a movie. Yes. Like instead of like supporting me, and that guy, yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned Tusk. Kevin Smith has a letter from one of his teachers that told him that he would never be a writer. He would never amount to anything. And he keeps that. That was what motivated him, and that's and now he's Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith, isn't that cool?
That's
really neat, man.
All right, I have
people
one
say the
last
wrong things.
Question.
Another. I like off the wall.
I have one last off the wall question. If Human Hibachi had merch, which I'm pretty sure it does have merch, would it be A, hot sauce, B, a cookbook, or C, a grill set?
Ooh, definitely a cookbook, 100%. With it's funny. It did just get a merchandise deal over in England, with the last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they do.
We might get a Human Hibachi
Yeah.
Cookbook.
You know, it's funny. So, like, the Serbian film, that's like a
Yeah.
underground horror. So
Yeah.
they do the
Yeah.
merch for them. They do the merch for August Underground, which is another like genre style film. But yeah, we just struck that deal. It was like a month
That's
ago. So
awesome.
that's funny you brought that up. And it's definitely be a cookbook because I could have actors' pictures with their
Yeah.
individual recipes. So that'd be cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Kind of like the
It was
Sopranos cookbook.
oh,
Yeah.
kind of like when they
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, can I take your picture?" And then they showed it later
Yeah.
on, and they showed it to
Yeah.
him. They was like, "This is when
Yeah.
you're eating," and then their recipes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
Yeah.
sweet. Okay,
That's a good
so
idea.
you can go ahead and put me down for
I
pre-order
am. That's
for
your
a
credit
book.
Pre-order
right
for a
there.
book.
I'm not gonna make
I
anything out
love
of
it.
it. I'm just gonna put it on my. I'm gonna put it on the shelf.
There you
What is
go.
this? Don't touch it.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
funny.
What's your final word on the Human Hibachi trilogy? What's your one-word summary?
Okay. One word summary. Just like one word or like a sentence?
I'll let you have a sentence. I'll give
A
you a sentence.
sentence. Okay. Uh. Okay.
While
A
you're
film
thinking,
series.
our buddy Big Meanies would love the Human Hibachi cookbook or an apron or a grill set, all branded. He wants all the things.
I would
See what I
say,
started?
yeah, I
Oh
do
yeah.
see that. Um, a film series that might leave you questioning whether you should go vegan or not. Simple like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely wasn't rushing to go make a steak sandwich after I watched that movie.
yeah.
For
You know how many
sure.
people said that? Like, they're like, dude, they're like, I'm never eating Asian food again, or I'm never going. Yeah, I get that a lot. Yeah,
Like I
so
Yeah,
already didn't trust hibachi places to begin with.
no, they're
Now
a
I
little
don't want to
shady
go no
sometimes.
more.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
So
Well, as we get set to wrap up, Mario, tell everyone where can they find you? Where can are there places they can follow you? Social
yes,
medias, all that stuff, and what can we
yeah,
expect in the future
yeah.
from Mario?
Yeah, so I'm very active on Instagram. I believe it's at Human Hibachi Franchise.
Hmm.
Facebook as well, Human Hibachi. I post on there constantly. So that's pretty much it. I don't have a personal Instagram. And then Facebook, I do have a
Yeah,
page on there, Mario Cerrito. It's got like a verified check. Look it up, follow me.
yeah.
And then, yeah, like I said, we're looking to release this next year. Wrap up the trilogy and then go from there with the new project. I kind of take it slow though,
Sure.
I enjoy each project and
Yeah,
I don't like to rush things and so
yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
man.
Mika, what do you got going on? Where can everybody find you?
You can find me in a lot of places.
All over.
I'm all over it. And let me stop. So obviously I am the host of Cinematic Nightmares. So you can find me at Cinematic Nightmares Podcast on Instagram, on Threads, and on YouTube. And you can like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I am
Mhm.
also on Popcorn in Your Beard again. So
Yeah.
Tuesdays and Sunday live. Shout out to the fellas. Obviously I don't have a beard, so let's skip past that part.
Don't worry
Uh
about that part.
Mondays, I will be on the Blurred AF with Dre Mack and
Yeah.
Blue from Blues House Live, which I'm also on Blues House Live on Thursday.
She's
So
all
I'm a
over.
very
All over.
busy person, but I won't be on this Thursday. Well, no, I will be on this Thursday. I'm gonna go see Weapons tomorrow, so
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Nice.
I'm going to go see it at 2:17, so I'm like, that just made it even
You
better.
have to do it. Have to do it. And you can find me at Real Talk everywhere on all the socials, on YouTube, TikTok, all the different places. Um, my shows are on all the podcast places and also under Real Talk and Couch Critics. Find me there. Go check us out. Huge news coming hopefully on Sunday about an upcoming guest. So watch for that. With that being said, though, thank you so much for watching. And those of you, just so you guys know, this will also get edited tonight and drop on it'll be already on YouTube, obviously, but it'll go out to the podcast channels tomorrow morning as soon as
And
I've had a
thank you,
chance to
Mario,
edit
for coming
everything.
on. We
Oh,
really
absolutely.
appreciate this.
Thanks for
Yeah.
Thank you
having me,
so
guys.
much.
Mario,
Thank you.
thank you
Thank you.
so much. It's been a
For
joy.
sure.
Please stay on for a couple minutes while everything uploads.
Sure.